Micah 1 through 3. The word of Yahweh that came to Micah the Morashetite in the days of Jotham, Ahaz, and Hezekiah, king of Judah, which he saw concerning Samaria and Jerusalem. Hear, you peoples, all of you. Listen, O earth, and all that is therein. And let Adonai, Yahweh, be witness against you. Adonai, from his holy temple. For behold, Yahweh comes out of his place, and will come down and tread on the high places of the earth. The mountains will melt under him, and the valleys will split apart, like wax before the fire, like waters that are poured down a steep place. All this is for the transgression of Jacob, and for the sins of the house of Israel. What is the transgression of Jacob? Is it not Samaria? And what are the high places of Judah? Are they not Jerusalem? Therefore I will make Samaria like a rubble heap of the field, like places for planting vineyards. And I will pour down its stones into the valley, and I will uncover its foundations. All her idols will be beaten to pieces, and her temple gifts will be burned with fire, and all her images I will destroy. For of the hire of a prostitute has she gathered them, and to the hire of a prostitute shall they return. For this I will lament and wail. I will go stripped and naked. I will howl like the jackals. I will moan like the daughters of owls. For her wounds are incurable, for it has come even to Judah. It reaches the gate of my people, even to Jerusalem. Do not tell it to Gath. Do not weep at all. In Beth Orpha, roll yourself in the dust. Pass on, inhabitant of Shephar, in nakedness and shame. The inhabitant of Zenan will not come out. The wailing of Beth Ezel will take from his standing place. For the inhabitant of Morath waits anxiously for good. But evil has come down from Yahweh to the gate of Jerusalem. Harness the chariot to the swift steed, inhabitant of Lachish. She was the beginning of sin to the daughter of Zion, for the transgressions of Israel were found in you. Therefore you will give a parting gift to Moresheth Gath. The houses of Eshzib will be a deceitful thing. So the kings of Israel I will bring to you. Inhabitants of Moreshah, who is in the glory of Israel, will come to Abdullam. Shave your heads and cut off your hair for the children of your delight. Enlarge your baldness like the vulture, for they have gone into captivity from you. Woe to those who devise iniquity and work evil on their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. They covet fields and seize them, and houses and take them away, and they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. Therefore Yahweh says, Behold, I am planning against these people a disaster, from which you cannot remove from your necks. Neither will you walk haughtily, for it is an evil time. In that day they will take up a parable against you and lament with a doleful lamentation, saying, We are utterly ruined. My people's possession is divided up. Indeed, he takes it from me and assigns our fields to traders. Therefore you will have no one who divides the land by lot in the assembly of Yahweh. Do not prophesy, they prophesy. Do not prophesy about these things. Disgrace will not overtake us. Shall it be said, O house of Jacob, is the Ruach Adonai impatient? Are these his doings? Do not my words do good to him who walks blamelessly? But lately my people have risen up as an enemy. You strip the robe and clothing from those who pass by without a care, returning from battle. You drive the women of my people out from their pleasant houses, and their young children you take away. My blessing forever. Arise and depart, for this is not your resting place, because of uncleanness that destroys, even with a grievous destruction. If a man walking in spirit falsehood lies, I will prophesy to you of wine and of strong drink. He will be the prophet of this people. I will surely gather all of you, O Jacob. I will surely gather the remnant of Israel. I will put them together as the sheep of Bozrah, as a flock in the middle of their pasture. They will swarm with the people who breaks open. The way goes before them. They break through the gate and go out, and their king passes on before them, with Yahweh at their hand. As I said, please listen, you heads of Jacob, and rulers of the house of Israel. Is it not for you to know justice? You who hate the good and love the evil, who tear off their skin and their flesh from their own bones, who also eat the flesh of my people and peel their skin from off them and break their bones and chop them in pieces as for the pot and as the meat within the caldron? Then they will cry to Yahweh, but he will not answer them. Yes, he will hide his face from them at that time, because they have made their deeds evil. This is what Yahweh says concerning the prophets who lead my people astray. For those who feed their teeth, they proclaim shalom. And whoever does not provide for their mouths, they prepare war against them. Therefore, night is over you with no vision, and it is dark to you that you may not divide. The sun will go down on the prophets. The day will be black over them. The seers shall be disappointed, and the diviners confounded. Yes, they shall all cover their lips. For there is no answer from God. But as for me, I am full of power by the Ruach Adonai, and of judgment and of might, to declare to Jacob his transgression, and to Israel his sin. Hear this, heads of the house of Jacob, the rulers of the house of Israel, who abhor justice and pervert all equity. They build up Zion with blood and Jerusalem with iniquity. Her leaders judge for bribes, and her Kohanim teach for a price, and her prophets divine for money. Yet they lean on Yahweh and say, is not Yahweh among us? No disaster will come on us. Therefore, because of you, Zion will be plowed like a field. Jerusalem will become heaps of rubble, and the mountain of the temple like the high places of a forest.